today I want to talk to you about Destiny because it's came to a close. It's came to a close. And oh my god, there's just so much I want to show you, so much I want to tell you all. It's been great. It's been so fun. I really didn't think I was going to enjoy this game so much as I did. And it's a shame that it's shut, but it's coming out in September, so awesome, absolutely awesome. Here I wanted to show you that it's a fun game. As you can see, my boyfriend is making the most of it by spinning around like a weirdo. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, we had so much fun. We've explored different things, we've gone to different places, and I'm going to explain to you all about all these different things right now. So the first thing I want to show you is the online PvP part of the game, which is called the Crucible, and this match that I'm playing in particular is Control, and you have it's the same thing as Domination. And what happens is you have point A, B and C, and you have to hold the ground for as long as possible to win. In this match I'm using a sniper rifle which is called the Gozen C or the Gozen C. I'm not too sure how it's pronounced, so don't hold me on that, but it does 57 attack, which is fairly good considering level 8 is the highest that your player can be, so any weapons that require you to be any higher you can't actually access. But this weapon's really, it feels good. It usually kills within about 2 shots. Sometimes you can get a headshot and it kills straight away, or sometimes you can actually one-shot someone if they're already down a little bit, because basically how this works is that you have a shield and then you have your health. The shield is on the top part. It's a small little line that goes above a player, and if their shield isn't down, then you won't be able to kill them straight away. So you have to first kill their shield off, then to kill them, which I think is quite useful. It makes it a little bit more tactical and a little bit harder to kill people, which I think is quite nice. But overall I find that the PvP is quite fun. A lot of people I've read in the forums have said that they don't find it very balanced. They think that the PvP is a bit crap. They think that the hunters are too overpowered and stuff like that. But I think all the players are pretty balanced, and it just depends how you play with your character to how good that you are with it. I think each character has their strengths and weaknesses, because you can play as a hunter, a titan or a warlock, and each of those classes have different types of abilities, and some of them are better at doing certain things. For example, with the hunter that I'm playing as, you can do a knife attack, like a throwing knife, and you can also double jump, and eventually you can triple jump. Like, oh my god, that's amazing, I can't wait to do that. But you can also access a golden gun, which I'll show you in a little while, and that's our special weapon. Whereas I can't remember if it's the Titans or the Warlocks, which have their special is to throw like a grenade or something, and it explodes, and anyone in its ground gets sucked into it and slowly dies, and it's not very nice. And it lingers for quite a while, which I find is quite OP myself, but it just depends what you're playing as, if you would find that OP or not. But what I wanted to talk about in particular was the fact that on the Crucible you can have access a thing called bounties. You get these from the tower place, which is where I was at the start of this video, and you can pick up to 5 different bounties, and these bounties are basically small little missions that you have. Like some of them are to melee kill a warlock from behind 20 times, for example, or to win 5 matches of the Crucible, or to have a certain shader armor and stuff on to complete a certain mission or whatever. And they're pretty hard. Some of them are pretty challenging and like seem like they're going to take a while. So they're going to be pretty interesting, because they update things every few hours in the tower. So those bounties can change, so everybody can, like, there's an endless amount of different, or not endless, but it's going to feel like there's definitely like an endless feeling amount of bounties to access. So you can only do 5 at a time, but I think that's pretty fun. I think that's quite a good element that they've added to this game. So in this shot here, this is my special weapon, which is the golden gun. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. It looks so cool. But yeah, and next thing I wanted to explain was Iron Banner. That's another thing that you have for the online PvP. If you participate in Iron Banner, you can get different rewards and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. This is why I have this cape on that I'm wearing. The cape and the little walls on the side of my hood is access because I won some of the Iron Banner missions. So yeah, that's another cool element that they've added into the game. The ship I'm showing you here is one that I actually purchased. Everyone gets like a default ship at the start of the game, but if you purchase one, you can actually get your own upgraded version, and this one I think looks pretty cool. There's like 5 or 6 different types that you can get, and they all cost a different amount of glimmer. The more expensive, the better they are, the more expensive they are basically. But it's not too hard to get glimmer actually. Mine costs like 2,700 and something glimmer, and it's pretty easy to get. What I'm doing here in this shot here is the Explore Cosmodrome part of the game, which is the PvE part, and it's so fun, it's so good. It's quite a small area, some people find, but I think it's quite big. It's big enough. There's enough to do, there's enough places to go to, and enough enemies to defeat and glimmer to pick up, and I think for the beta this is pretty expanded. And as you can see here, this is one of the small missions that you can do when you actually play the PvE. Every now and then these small events happen, and these events allow you to collect like banners and stuff like that, and then you can hand them in to the people that work at the tower, and you can get rewards like such as special items or more glimmer, which is fantastic. I found that the Explore Cosmodrome was actually really fun, because if you're playing with somebody else, it can be really exciting, and there's a lot of other people that you can obviously meet as well. And because of all the use of you can do different gestures, like you can wave your hand, I'm actually waving my hand right now as I speak, which is stupid. You can wave your hand, you can dance, you can sit down. So if you wanted to, mid-battle, you could just sit down with somebody and try and befriend them if you wanted. I don't know if that would be a good idea, but yeah, so I think that's pretty good. I really like the Cosmodrome. There's a lot of things to collect and find, and it's just adventurous, it's fun, it's really good, I like it. So yeah, I did say this video is just more of me saying what I liked about the game. It's not really me explaining how the game works, all the rules and the basics of it, how to get this and how to do that. It's just more my opinion. But if you want to, you can farm for glimmer, which is in the area that I'm actually playing in right now. It's like in the first mission that you have, if you go around to the back area of that first mission, there's a higher level load of enemies to kill, and those enemies drop more glimmer, I think, apparently. I read somewhere on one of the forums that they drop more glimmer. Not too sure if that's true, whatever. But yeah, there's loads of crates around in this area of the map, and if you find them all, they all do respawn as well, because this is kind of like a circuit place. If you go around the map a few times, they all respawn, like so by the time you get back to the start, the one at the start will be there again. So you can just continuously, endlessly go on for hours and hours and hours exploring the Cosmodrome and collecting glimmer if you really want, if you want to. Here, me and my boyfriend are particularly sad coming up because, well, as you can see, we weren't doing too well with this fight, and that guy kicked our ass. But yeah, they're pretty hard to kill. On Saturday, they had this thing where if you came on at 10 PM in the UK, I don't know what time it was for other countries, I think it was 2 PM, I'm not too sure. But yeah, if you came online at 10 PM, they had opened up the moon. Oh my god, like, they opened up the moon. It was like one of the other planets that you could explore, but it was only for those 2 hours, and me and my boyfriend managed to stay online for another hour and a half on the moon, because why not? It's the moon. And it was really interesting. There was a lot of cool things there. I wish I could show you some clippings from it, but unfortunately I wasn't filming at the time. And there was a really awesome place that we found. Like, a lot of people managed to, instead of doing the mission, they went on and explored the area, and if you did, you would come across this, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but there was like this hive place which was massive, absolutely massive. Like, the moon is hollow, guys. The moon is hollow. It's full of buildings inside. But it looked really cool. There's a lot of open spaces, and I'm looking forward to seeing the storyline that goes with this place, because obviously that was an explore, so it's not actually a part of the story. So I want to know what actually goes on down there, because that looks like it's going to be pretty badass. So obviously I've very briefly spoke about a couple of tiny little things that there are to talk about on here, which is a bit of a shame. I wish I could show and talk to you about more stuff, but when the game comes out, I would definitely talk and show you a lot more stuff then. So I do hope this video was interesting in some way. If it wasn't, I do apologise, but yeah. So goodbye guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!